Hi parents, thank you for joining us today. I'm going over my latest blog post, the latest guide that I've uploaded to my website, which is Varieties of Spice of Life, and the same goes for revision. So I've got two key problems that I want to talk through. But before we do, just spare me 2 seconds of your time. Click the like button and also click subscribe just so you can join us in our community of ever-growing parents and students. So, two key problems. The first one is students often find one way to learn and they just stick with it, and it just gets repetitive and it gets boring and it gets tedious. The second way, which you might not even think is a problem, which is okay, it's a maybe a nice problem to have, but if their way of learning works well already, they might just keep going because you put in some effort, you get some good results out of it, and then you just continue. But sometimes by doing this, it sacrifices an even better way of learning, which could yield better outcomes. So let's talk through these solutions that I've come up with. So talking through this key problem in a bit more detail. So the first one was we said that studying the same way becomes boring. So this is super common. So I want to challenge you to ask your child this weekend or tonight, sit down and revise for 10 minutes. Just watch what they do. They'll probably open the bag up, open the textbook out, or open their exercise, the maths book out, and they'll just start reading it. Some kids will go to YouTube, some kids do whatever. But they can only do this for, say, 10, 20, 30 minutes at a time because it's a bit tedious, it's a bit boring. So I want you to challenge them. So this is the fix, is to try new ways to learn. So try these sort of suggestions here. So they could just go to YouTube, type in the topics, and watch a video on it. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, they'll learn something. They could have a friend over for the night or for the weekend and they could study with them. They could have a study buddy. They could read their exercise book like we've already discussed. So it's not great all the time, but it is great sometimes. They could get a copy of the textbook and go through that. They could get a revision guide because most of the time it's just one page shows like all the notes, which is great. You could go through past papers. I think that's probably the best way to do things, but some kids find it boring. And if it's boring, you can't do it as long. It's not as effective. So therefore, this becomes less effective. They could take maths quizzes. They could practice questions on core bit maths, which incorporates maths videos as well. And they could use flashcards. So the challenge to them is if they've got one way that they like working with, do that half the time. The other half the time, do one of these methods. The second thing is if their way is already quite effective and it's already getting pretty good results, they might just stick in that because it's in the comfort zone, isn't it? So I would say it's like, say you've got a job and it pays well. Well, maybe if you move to a different company, same sort of thing, you might get paid more. So maybe you're sacrificing a great salary for a good salary. Maybe it's the same as exercise in the gym. So maybe you're in the gym and you like something because you like this exercise, but then maybe if you tried a different exercise, it might give you better results. So maybe there's an element of that as well. So there is a caveat to this as well, because maybe one thing we could say is if you tried something which is better for them, but they don't like it as much, then they can't do it as long and it's not as effective because they don't like it. So there is a bit of a balance that we try and get here. So the fix is, what if they tried a new revision technique and it doubled their effective revision? So what if this new technique is more interesting? What if it's more engaging? And because they're getting more out of it, they can do it for longer. So if it's more effective, they can do it for longer. It's wins all around. So yeah, these are just two things that I've noticed when it comes to variety, when it comes to revision. Do me a favor, go into the comment section. Tell me, do you even see these as problems? Does your child work well anyway? And if there is one of these key problems, is there anything here that you'd like to try? Yeah, just let me know. Just talk to me and let me see how things go. Anyway, so thank you for joining us today. If you do want any extra support, you can join our free Skool group, which you can click the link here. It takes you through to here. And on the free Skool group, you can join some sample lessons. So I've got 5 for foundation, 5 for higher, all hour-long sessions that were recorded. There's also a foundation essentials course, loads of videos that I've put in here. Same goes for higher. And if you wanted some extra support, you could join us for our paid weekly live lessons. And yeah, we've got loads of live lessons on over the week, and that's for a subscription fee there. Okay, cheers everyone. Speak soon, and I hope you got value from this. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Cheers everyone. Speak soon.